Hello everyone, how are you all? Okay, hope you all are doing good. So, I will be teaching the remaining part of the reproduction chapter in this video. So, all of you, before starting the video, please pay attention, and I would like to say again that if you have any doubt regarding like understanding or whatever I am teaching, so please do reach out to me. All of you have my contact numbers, I guess. So students, don't hesitate to clarify your doubts. Most of you are already doing it, and I'm really happy those who are reaching out to me, especially class 9 students. You all have reached out to me in for clarification of your doubts, and I really appreciate that. You guys are studying and looking at my videos, going through it minutely. And the same thing I would request the class 8 students also. I try my best to explain in the easiest possible way, so that you have the least amount of doubts. And please go through the video multiple times. I'm sure if you go through the video multiple times, you will definitely understand everything. So let us start without any further delay. So in the first video, I have already taught you about the basics of reproduction, but today we are going to start sexual reproduction. And before starting sexual reproduction, you need to know about the few terminologies which I will be going to explain today. The first terminology is known as puberty. Now, what do you understand by the word puberty? Puberty is the stage where a person, an organism attains maturity, attains the stage of maturity. Now, what does that maturity means? That maturity means the capability of having the capability of going through the reproduction process is known as the maturity in this, according to this terminology. Okay, so how, according to the bookish knowledge, how does it actually sounds like? Let us go through. The phase of development in an individual at which the production of sex hormones or the gametes begin and the individual attains sexual maturity is known as puberty. Now, here in this definition, if you want, like when I have already told you, when I am teaching you, it is always better to take a pen and a copy by your side, so that whatever important points I teach you or I go through, you can write it down. Then it will be better for your understanding. So if you have a pen and a paper, please note this down. Puberty. Now, when I have quoted down this definition to you, you might have heard few new words. Now, first one is called sex hormones, and second one is gametes. Now, what do you mean by gametes? Okay, so gametes are the cells, the specialized cells which takes part in sexual reproduction. The cells that we have in our body, those cells do not take part in sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, there are two specific cells, one specific cell for the male and one specific cell for the female. Those cells only take part in sexual reproduction. For female, the cell is known as the egg cell or the ovum, and for the male, the cell is known as the sperm. Okay, so these are the two specialized cells which takes part in sexual reproduction, and these are known as the sex cells or the gametes. Okay, I think all of you are clear with that. Okay, now when you go through the puberty stage, for boys it starts from the age of almost like 13-14 onwards, and for the girls it starts little bit early, like from 11 onwards. So there are certain physical changes that goes on in the body of the male and the female. The boys go through different changes, bodily changes. Their the hair growth on their different parts of the body start appearing, then, and their reproductive system starts to develop, and they become capable of producing the sperms. And what to say, the voice box of their in their neck then it starts to deepens, their voice starts to deepens, there is a change of tone in their voices, and their shoulders they start becoming broader, and their waist, it starts becoming slender. That means if you look from the back, their body starts to have a certain structure like the alphabet V. So they starts to get that muscular body. Okay, they starts getting a structure of the body that looks like a man. Okay, so those are the things that happens in case of male. And in case of females, the females, their body structure also changes. The hips becomes larger, and mammary gland starts developing. Then there are certain growth of hair in different areas of the body. There are growth of pubic hairs, there are growth of armpit hairs. Okay, and they get they go through a cycle called menstruation every month. Now, what is menstruation? Menstruation is the process by which a female organism bleeds every month. Now, why does this bleeding occurs? Now, when you go through the female reproductive system, then you will understand this. Okay, but before that, let me explain to you why actually this. Okay, now let us see why menstruation occurs. So menstruation occurs because the female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries. Okay, the pair of ovaries which produces one egg every month. So I already told you the gametes, or the cells that takes part in sexual reproduction for females, are known as egg cells or the ovums. So these ovaries, there are a pair of ovaries in the female reproductive system which produce one egg each month, and the uterus prepares itself to receive a fertilized egg every month by thickening its inner lining to hold and nurture the growing embryo. But when the egg is not fertilized, in uterus, then what happens is that this egg breaks, and this comes out every month in the process of menstruation. Okay, this comes out in the form of blood and a mixture of uterine muscles. This bleeding continues it varies in different females. For some it continues for 3 to 4 days, so for some it may continue to 5 days, and for some it may continue up to 7-8 days. Okay, so this is the necessity, this is all about menstruation. Now we will come to learn about the male reproductive system. So if you can see the diagram in your book, you will see properly. The male reproductive system basically consists of the prostate gland, the vas deferens, the penis, the scrotum, the ejaculatory duct, the seminal vesicle. Okay, so these are the different parts of the male reproductive system, and you have to always remember that for sexual reproduction, the union of the male and the female gamete is very, very necessary. If the male gamete from the male organism and the female gamete from the female organism, they unite together, then only a new organisms can be formed. When the sperms and the egg cell unite together, then they give rise to a new cell that is known as the zygote. Okay, that zygote develops into a new organism, that is what you can say the baby. Okay, now where does this baby, how does it gets birth, means where does it stay, or how does it stay inside a mother's womb? You need to learn. Okay, now let us understand the different and the most important parts inside the body of a female, of a mammal. Okay, so let us see the the female reproductive parts, and the proper explanation of the female reproductive parts. Let us see. First is your uterus. Now what is the main function of the uterus? The uterus carries the embryo approximately for 9 months and provides nourishment for its growth and development. Uterus jitu tumar baby to thake, embryo mane baby to, he baby to carry kore kiman months karne 9 months karne carry kore aru tak proper growth আৰু ডেভেলপমেন্টৰ কাৰণে যিমানখিনি নাৰিশমেন্ট দিব লাগে সেইখিনি কোনে দিয়ে ইউটেৰাছটোৱে দিয়ে ঠিক আছে the uterus provides the embryo with the proper nourishment that it requires okay 9 মাহ মাকৰ পেটত যে কেঁচুৱাটো থাকে হেতুৰ তোমাক nourishment to কোনে দিয়ে ইউটেৰাছটোৱে দিয়ে নেক্সট হৈছে তোমাৰ ovaries to কি ovaries বুৰে produce female gamete that is the eggs and it also produces special female hormones that is estrogen and progesterone ठीक है fallopian tube the tube by which the egg is carried from the ovary to the uterus to the site of fertilization male gamete और female gamete unite hole fertilization process hoy ne noy jetia fertilization hoy tetia ovary pora uterus ole jetia carry kora hoy fertilization hobor karone egg cell to he tube dalok ki boli koy fallopian tube boli koy okay tar pisot placenta mane ki hoise helps in transfer of glucose and oxygen from the mother's blood to the fetus and in elimination of waste substances produced by the fetus into the mother's blood acha eta kotha to enekwa hoise makor petot jetia ke baby to thake tetia makor petot baby to thakile baby to eta protective layer re cover kora jay tetia he protective layer balloon like substance okay he protective layer to ki boli koy placenta boli koa hoy aru he placenta tur bahut important kisuman function ase prothom to hoise placenta to baby to protect kore two number hoise it provides a large area for absorption okay next hoise it transfers nutrients from the mother's blood to the embryo make jibur bostu khai makor body tur pora makor blood or pora jiman khini nutrition ase he khini তোমার embryo মানে baby to le through the placenta মানে transfer হয় আৰু baby to blood or পৰা যিমানখিনি unwanted আৰু waste বস্তু আছে সেইখিনি মাকৰ blood le transfer হৈ আহে okay so you can understand from what I have explained what a mother goes through while bearing a child for 9 months so my dear children please love your mother okay so I hope all of you have understood this male and the female reproduction that is necessary for your according to your syllabus so please go through the video multiple times for better understanding and I suggest you to take a pen and a paper while going through the video so that you can note down the important points and always go through the school app the question and answers and other important notes will be provided on regular basis in proper time so your job is to go through the videos if you have any difficulties reach up to your teachers and please continue studying regularly at home okay if you are not doing because I came to know most of you aren't studying regularly and that is not a very good thing you are making your parents sad by not studying we will be hurt to hear that you are not studying but ultimately the damage you are doing to yourself so you all are matured children you all are good children as far as I know all of you have got potential in you so please do not let your potential go to waste make use of your time you have got sufficient amount of time write down whatever is given to you through as notes and if you whatever you have learned you can even in fact write in your own words no problem in that but please study regularly at home that is very very important follow my channel for further updates do like subscribe my videos and share it among your friends and again I will tell it is very necessary to study and to work hard in order to achieve success and to gain good marks in exam okay so I hope to see you in the next video so this is all about reproduction for class 8 so bye bye and have a nice day take care